Hey, how's it going, guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to discuss regarding of PlayStation VR2. Now, we know that it's coming out on February 22nd, 2023, just in a short few more weeks, and a lot of people are going to get their hands on this, well, console, VR, right, a headset. And as such, I want to say that I'm not that interested in this product due to how expensive it is, also in terms of the titles that will be coming out, that's including the launch titles and also the titles afterwards. But also, I still think that this product is a bit of a gimmick. Due to that, I don't believe that there's much of a future for it. Now, unless of course if they go hands-on basically hands-on deck on regarding AAA standards of video games, making sure that this genuinely will be the mainstream of titles, right? And I'm talking about, for example, that actually have big titles that you will be able to play and experience these ginormous games within this PSVR2. Now again, there are a few titles already that are going to be supporting PSVR2, as an example, like Gran Turismo 7. That's actually been already a bit of a highlight, of course, and Moss and Moss Book 2. Horizon Call of the Mountain is one of the bigger one. But of course, like as you have seen the gameplay or trailers or whatnot, you would already know that unfortunately a lot of these titles, even the big ones, including the small ones, they're not going to be, how can I say, AAA standards of video games that a lot of people wanting from them, right? And as such, basically, that's why I say that this is still a little bit of an early product, a little bit of more of a gimmick, and so I don't see much future for it. There's been a rumor, I'm not sure if this genuinely was confirmed, but PlayStation denies it that this is, information, but basically that PlayStation has cut down the production on the PlayStation VR2 itself because the disappointing pre-orders. And I believe that from 2 million they actually cut down half, so they're going to be basically developing these PSVR headsets, only about 1 million products. And that's genuinely is a little bit of a concern, but also maybe they can recuperate the cost that they're hopeful that they will be able to sell at least 1 million products within the sort of time range. And if that's the case, because this is genuinely will be concerning, because what will be the future for the PSVR 2? Is it one of these consoles or products, equipment that was just tried and failed? Or perhaps there's a possibility that this product could actually strive and be actually the best that it can be, right? It actually will be met with its fullest, expectations and the possibility of being an incredible product that will be something of a necessity for the gamers. And as such, so far, I genuinely do not see that happening. A lot of games as well, such as already the games I've mentioned, right, and including the Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy Edge, and of course there's more, right, Resident Evil Village, and Resident Evil 4, including ZDEyE, No Man's Sky, I believe that's actually coming out sometime in March, though a little bit later, The Walking Dead Saint and Sinners Chapter 2, Firewall Ultra, The Dark Pictures Switchback VR, there's also Crossfire Sierra Squad, the Light Brigade, there's also Hello Neighbor, and Pistol Whip VR, there's also Cities VR Enhanced Edition, Cosminius High, there's also Zenith The Last City, After the Fall, Jurassic World Aftermath, the collection, Altar Breaker, I believe that's how you pronounce it, or Altair Breaker, The Last Clockwinder. There's also Fantavision 202X, and there's just so much more, really. And a lot of these games, they do seem interesting, right? They do look that could be perhaps worth it, maybe not, but also justifying the price of this product itself, that's not exactly an easy sell. Right, if you want to pick up this console, or a headset, PSVR 2 costs up to €600. That is genuinely a very steep price. And of course, if you want to pick up a PSVR VR2, including the Horizon game, the Horizon Call of the Mountain, that'll cost an additional €50 on top. I'm talking about euros in this case because I'm looking at the Game Store on my front, on my area, right? And basically, this is how much it costs. That's actually excluding the shipping delivery too, but that I'm not gonna include it here because there's always possibilities that some people would rather go out there and pick up the console or the headset for themselves. But don't forget, of course, like games themselves, they cost different prices, and thankfully they're not like $60 to $70 to $80 or euros in this case, right? If I'm talking about that. But also the problem is the console itself. You do require to have a PlayStation 5 for you to even operate this headset. If you don't have the PlayStation 5, then this headset is completely useless to you, right? And so for you to purchase a brand new console, and because the price increase, not reduction, but increase, you're gonna have to pay $550, or otherwise you get that digital edition without any CD tray. Basically, that'll cost $450, well, euros instead. And so this is already kind of like, wait, the console costs less money than the headset itself. The brand new headset is insane. And as such, this will mean that you will have to spend around about $1,100 or euros in minimum price. That's excluding the shipping and all the other taxes and stuff. So a lot of people, unfortunately, like for example down in Australia, they have to pay a ridiculous amount for everything, up to maybe $1,500 of Australian dollars. And sure, a lot of cases may even go higher than that. It's just ridiculous amount that they have to pay. It's wow. But of course, guys in Europe and guys in America, they have an easier time in terms of the payment, but still, is that really justified for you to spend more? It's still going to cost more than $1,000 for you to spend for a VR and also a PlayStation 5 console itself. This will still be more than $1,000. That's excluding or including of the shipping and taxes. And as such, it's genuinely a concern. It's genuinely like, why would that be a warranted price? And that's why, perhaps, as rumors go, that's why PlayStation or Sony has cut down with the production of the VRs and just basically halving it. And I think that's actually was a good move, because I genuinely do not see this console, this VR, being as a success, even if it's rated very well, if it's reviewed very well. But the price is genuinely not so much justified, because I feel like this VR maximum should have been maybe $450 or euros in this case, for me, as I'm talking about. So, but going overboard to up to $600 or euros, and including, of course, if you're gonna get the Horizon Call of the Mountain, up to $650. That is a scary thought, and that's why I don't believe this is actually going to work. I don't believe that this will really be a necessity for anybody to get. And in fact, if you are a fan of VR in general, especially like PlayStation VR, you may now be thinking, wait, do I even want this console? Do I want this VR thing for now? Because the best approach with this situation is 100% to wait. But yet also, we're gonna have to doubt this a little bit, because what's happening in the world, and inflation including that, everything has increased in price, right? The PlayStation 5 at first release was actually cheaper, and now 3 years later it increased in price. How does that even work? 3 years later and the console costs more than it initially launched. It's like, if you waited, you're paying the price. You literally are. And it's just I don't think that's really truly justified. And as such, a lot of people will be wondering wait, should I pick up the VR2 now? Should I just wait? Because there's always a possibility that this VR2 may actually get an increase of price. I genuinely doubt that actually will happen, because like I said, I don't believe that's gonna get large quantities in terms of it's being a success of sale. And as such, that's why I'm worried. I actually pre-ordered this VR2 about 4 months ago, and because I was considering picking it up, trying it out, make a review, make some videos about it, and then, I don't know, maybe selling it afterwards. But now, considering how much I have, the pricing that it asks for, and that the games that it has with it, I don't believe it's justified. I don't believe it's really truly worth it. And as such, why I think I'm gonna skip on this product. I think the best thing to do is wait. But of course, you have to make your own decision if you want to wait, because like I said, there still is a possibility that it may increase in price, or it will not reduce in price at all for the next 3 to 5 years. And if that's the case, then this console, I don't believe this might be even worth it. This VR I'm talking about. And as such, I'm worried. I'm worried for the PlayStation, Sony, that this whole production for VR2 was even worth it for them to develop, to produce. But that's just my thoughts. Do let me know what you think about this as well. Are you worried about it? Are you gonna pick it up as well? Are you worried about the games that are releasing? Like, I'm not just talking about the launch games. I'm talking about games that will be coming after as well. They're not that interesting to me, even though they could be good titles coming out. But again, VR2, there's still limitations, right? You want a proper AAA standard of video games, but again, that doesn't necessarily, it's not gonna translate well in terms of like literally playing the game while watching the TV or putting on as a headset that you can get motion sickness too. You see, there's just so much, there's just needs to be considered. All right, like and subscribe. See you guys all, and have a wonderful day.